everyone, welcome to another round of Chitter Chatter and wish you all a very happy festive season, rather a festive day, because today we are celebrating so many occasions. Happy Cheti Chand, Happy Baisakhi, Happy Navratri, and also in some time once the Chand is out, Ramadan Kareem. So happy to all of you, and thank you amongst the celebration to join this Chitter Chatter. Today on Chitter Chatter we have author Prashant, and with author Prashant, we're going to be talking about his current book, The Jhelum Boys. Also, let me tell you, it's his debut on Insta. It's his first Insta live, and we're going to have to chat with him. And this book is all about the tale of two friends and how one frenzy night changes a lot of things. To know more about it, all you have to do is get your copy and do let us know what you liked about the book. I'm also going to read it soon and put in a review, so stay tuned in for that too. And do get your copies after this Chitter Chatter. Right now, I'm going to invite the author and get started with the Chitter Chatter. So let's see if he's here. Okay, he is not yet here, but he should join in really soon. Thank you people for joining in the live. Hey Shankar, hey MS Inaya. Yes, it is Ugadi too. And author Sogata, how you doing? Well, I hope everyone has read the review that I put about author Sogata's book. And if not, then go check my review. I just put it some time back. I mean, a few days back, and you're going to love that book too. Gunjana Sahu, hello. Seema Khan 9406, hi. Renuka Gagan, how you doing? How's your poetry book doing? And also, Renuka Gagan has these two books, which is a series of poems. And if you like poetry, you're going to love it. Besides that, right now, our Chitter Chatter is on the book, The Jhelum Boys, with author Prashant. And he should be here anytime soon. So let's see if he's here, but he's not yet here. So I'm going to send him a request and maybe invite him to join in. Also, please be glad he's doing his debut on this Chitter Chatter with us. And I have just sent him a request. Yes, keep the hearts flowing, keep the questions going. हिंदी में बोलूं, ठीक है, मैं थोड़ा हिंदी में बोलने की कोशिश करती हूँ. वैसे ये चिटर चाटर इंग्लिश में होता है, बट आप लोग के लिए अब से थोड़ी बहुत हिंदी तो हो ही सकती है. और मैंने अभी ऑथर को रिक्वेस्ट भेजा है, एंड ही शुड बी हियर really soon. And hey, Mrs. Swati, hello everyone. Also, when the author joins in the meantime, tell me, what are you all reading? What do you love reading? And what is your favorite book that is going on right now? Is there some current read? लोधी गंगा सिंह कह रहे हैं वो सिंगल कंट्री लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस साइकिलिंग गिनीज बुक ऑफ वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड बनाने के लिए निकल रहे हैं नेक्स्ट महीने. सो बेस्ट विशेस में आप अपना रिकॉर्ड कायम करें. एंड अगर आपका रिकॉर्ड हो गया तो हम चिटर चाटर करेंगे आपके साथ. What is special today? Gaurish Shankar Gunda is asking. Well, there is a lot of special things today. There are so many festivals, like I said in the beginning of our Chitter Chatter. And Prashant ji is here, so I'm going to send him a request because I'm just waiting to get started with this Chitter Chatter. I have so many questions that I want to ask him, and I've also noted all the questions that you all asked me to ask him when I put up the story. And it's buffering. Hello, welcome to Chitter Chatter.
How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you.
I am
Happy
great.
Gudi Padwa.
And thank you for making your debut on Insta. Happy Gudi Padwa. Happy festival season
also.
to you.
Nowadays,
there are so many
is Kashmiri Happy New Year. So happy Nowadays also to you.
Happy Navratri to you too, and all the viewers.
Thank you. Same to you. Thank you. I saw your Zarina also.
So how does it?
So you were fabulous in that. It's a fantastic movie, and you were fabulous. Expect to see
thank you.
more of your movies.
Fingers crossed, hopefully, that you see a lot more movies where I am acting and I read a lot more books written by you. People out there, if you're listening, I'm all game to act. So send me your good scripts and I'm game. But right now, this Chitter Chatter is especially for your book, The Jhelum Boys. And I'm so glad that you're doing this debut on Insta Live. It is your first live. So thank you for making your debut on Insta with me. It feels really great to have you here.
Thank you. I have made debut on all the social networking sites after I have finished this book. And Insta, thanks to you.
Oh, when did you decide to become a writer? The accidental
Yeah,
writer that you call yourself.
I was always a say above average writer, if I can say so. I would participate right from my childhood days. I would participate in essay writing competitions. Then when I grew up a little, and whenever I would write to any magazine or some any letter, they would publish it. Then in my company also, whenever I participated in any event which was related to writing, so that my writings would get published. So I was always a okay writer, if I can say so. But in 2017, it was a very tumultuous year for me. Many things happened in that year. My mom was diagnosed with cancer in 2017, and then some things happened within the company which were not in my favor. So I was beginning to lose grip of things. I was getting frustrated, and I was losing a lot of hope also. My mom ultimately passed away in 2017 April. So as luck would have it, you can say that it was a divine intervention. Maybe she went up. They say that you lose a parent, you gain a god. So she went up, and in May 2018, there was another writing competition within our company. So as usual, I participated in that, and as usual, I it was amongst this time it was amongst the top three. So, but this time things were a little different. I realized that when I am writing, nothing else is coming to my mind, because those days my mind was cluttered a lot. There many things were coming to my mind. Firstly, there was a guilt. There was guilt of not having been able to save my mom. Then the things that were happening within the company, they were not so favorable. So all these things were happening, but I realized that when I am writing, nothing else is coming to my mind. I am writing means I am writing. So it was sort of meditation for me, a catharsis for me. So when I was writing nothing else, so I thought, okay, then this is it. If I have to deviate my mind from all those thoughts, I have to write something. So I decided that I will start writing. So I thought that I will write articles for newspapers. I will write short stories. So that is how this journey began. So that is how I came full fledged into this writing thing.
And when you decided that, okay, you came full fledged into writing, what made you feel the Jhelum Boys is actually the story that was calling you for your debut book?
Yes, this germ of an idea was there in my mind. I had never thought that I would be writing a book, but this germ of I thought that if I write articles, or if I write something for magazines, my basic idea was to write the word of those thoughts. So if I write, then articles will be over within a month, within month or 2 months. So then again I'll have to find for something new, and I'm doing a job also. So I thought, let me write something that hooks me. In 2004, I was touring Bangalore. I was touring south, somewhere south. So I went into the hotel in the evening. So I saw this magazine, Outlook magazine. On the cover of it, I saw a face which looked familiar. So I read the story, and the story was about a boy whom they had called a terrorist. So this guy turned out to be my classmate, to be my friend. So I thought, how could such a guy become a terrorist? Because he was one of the nicest guys, perhaps in the school, and perhaps the nicest in the class that time. What would have triggered him so much that he became a terrorist? So that germ of an idea was there. I had never thought of writing a book about it, but that thing was there. And then I thought that maybe he wanted to come back. So, but he didn't know how to come back. So then this another protagonist came into the picture, and I evolved the story. And I thought, if I have to hook myself, let me write a story which I can relate to myself. So then this whole thing started coming up. I started characters started falling in place, and I started one thing led to another. Universe started conspiring, and I began writing.
What was the most difficult part for you while universe was conspiring for you?
Most difficult part was uh, writing the characters, making things work. But if by most difficult you mean the challenging part, what was the most challenging part? Then I would say there were two challenging parts in the book. One was what involved the writing part, and the second one was what involved the conceptualizing part. As far as the writing part is concerned, what was most difficult was writing those fight chapters, that fight sequences, because I wanted my fight scenes to be really brutal, because both these guys, Nishant and Mudassar, they have undergone a lot of things in their life. They are angry, they are frustrated, they are anxious. A lot of angst is there hidden inside them. So I wanted to show that anger, that angst, and I wanted to show that when they fight, that all that anger comes out. But how to do that? How? Because I am a non-violent person, so how do I write such brutal, gruesome, man-to-man combat scenes? How to write those? So I started watching Hollywood movies, then action movies, then Bollywood movies. Only action sequences I would watch on YouTube, but nothing because they are very well choreographed. They are good action scenes, but that brutality of man-to-man fight was not there. Then I went down south, so I zeroed in on Alu Arjun and Vijay. Perhaps I can safely tell you that I have discovered Alu Arjun 3 years, 3 good years before rest of North India discovered him. So I started following his fights. I would watch all his fights. If you when you read the book, you will see that there's a fight scene when Mudassar between Mudassar and Zabiullah. That fight scene is usually influenced by one of Alu Arjun's fight in which his locket is cut and then all hell breaks loose. Similarly, for Nishant and Juvante's fights and Nishant's the fight in the jail, that is all influenced by Vijay's fights, Tamil actor. I didn't even understand the language what they were speaking, and I didn't need to understand it. So that is, I somehow picked it from there, bits and pieces, and put it in those fight scenes, and you can see. And but unfortunately, let me also tell you that my editor friend edited out most 50% of that. She said that it's too gruesome, too cruel, too brutal, and too long. So we should not put it. So I somehow felt that yes, what she's saying is correct, because I would have also got carried away while watching all those movies. So we edited 50%. So the fights what you are seeing, if you feel that those fights are brutal, so that is 50% of what actually I had written. So this was the writing part. Then comes the conceptualizing part. See, the character of Bansilal, if you read the movie, is sorry, if you read the book, the character of Bansilal is was very difficult to conceive, because I wanted Nishant, I wanted to show all his angst, I wanted to show his anger, I wanted to show his depression, I wanted to show everything, but then I wanted to show that he has come out of it. Nishant, in some way, represents whole Kashmiri Pandit community. So they have gone through all this, but they have come out of also all this triumphantly, rather. So I wanted to show all that. How to show it? Initially, I thought that I'll show one episode is happening and that changes his life, but that would have been more cliche, and it would not have looked so what you call convincing. It would not have looked so convincing. So then I thought, so okay, I have a book called Tuesdays with Maury. In that dying professor is teaching his giving life lessons to his student. So I thought, okay, let me take some things from here. Let me make a character similar to this guy. So that is how, and this character was not born overnight. What I did is that I paused the book there. I started writing future chapters, I mean, subsequent chapters, and I paused the book there. And then I went back to that. 6 months, good 6 months after that, I was thinking what to do. And then, so there were two difficulties, two challenges what I faced. One was the writing part, the brutality, the gruesomeness which I wanted to show. And second was the conceptualizing of characters. Almost all characters, typical characters were difficult, but Bansilal was the most difficult character to conceive. So these are the two challenges.
My God, that's a long procedure that you did, and there was a lot of research, be it fighting,
Yes.
watching Alu Arjun to,
Other things,
conceptualizing.
yes,
So there's so much that's
other
gone.
things would come
Oh,
on their own. But for this, I did a significant, I dedicated a significant amount of time watching Alu Arjun's and Vijay's fights. So, and picked up from their different movies from their, because I don't even know the name of the movies. I picked up some things from different movies and put it in there, just to show the brutality. Because South Indian movies, the fights are quite brutal, particularly of Telugu and Tamil. So these two things were challenging, but I got out of it.
so, viewers, if you want to hear or read the brutal fights that are there and you want to know the hard hitting story, then you know that after this Chitter Chatter, you have to go online and buy your books and tell us what you found most fascinating about the book. What did you like? Even if you didn't like something, you can always feel free. Do let the author know, but do read the book and do spread the reviews and tell everyone what it is. I'm also going to read super soon and going to put my review too. And back to your next question, when you were writing, what did you discover as a writer about yourself?
I discovered a new me rather. I was introduced to my patient self. See, 2 3 months down the line, when I started writing this book, I realized that if I have to write this book, I have to have peace of mind. I have to have peace. I have to have peace. Just hold on for a second. I have to have peace around me. So I realized that if I have to write it with concentration, things have to be peaceful. So like any other corporate guy or a normal social guy also, I also would like to have the last word in the arguments. I also would like to win the arguments. I also would like to show the other person that you are wrong, I am right. That was there. But once I started writing this book, I decided, okay, let it be. Let me to have that peace of mind, because I am not that sort of a person that you fight in office and you go to your home and then you start writing or do anything, and you will be good at it. I am not that. I do have those hangovers of office in my home also. So I thought that this is the best way. तुम जो बोल रहे हो ठीक है, whatever you are saying is correct, get on with your lives. I started arguing with people. I stopped arguing with people. I stopped having the last word. I let other person have the last word. And once I finished the book after 3 years, I realized that this is not a very bad way to live after all. This is a better way than what I was doing previously. So let me continue with it. Not that it was a tectonic change. I was a very bad person initially and I became a good person. But uh, I have definitely been improved from being a lesser patient person to more patient, to almost now, as my wife says, that you have become a boring person. You don't even argue now. So I have started to achieve Zen levels. I would like to believe, so because when your wife tells you you don't argue, so you have almost achieved the Zen levels. So I'm at that level now.
Wow, welcome to the Zen mode.
So this was the change.
What emotions you felt when you craft a story? There's so much time you're working on a particular book. You have literally lived the story while writing it. You've built the characters. You've been in those scenarios. So when you had your copy in hand, what was it that you went through? What were your emotions when you got your first author's copy?
See, if you want to hear that आंख में आंसू आ गए, मैं ये हो गया, nothing of that sort happened. I was very happy. I was overjoyed. But more than being overjoyed, I felt a strange sense of relief and gratitude. Relief because this book has taken a lot of time, focus, energy, lot of things it has taken. This was like getting a monkey off my back when this book was released. So I was literally, I was overjoyed, no doubt about it. But more than being overjoyed, because in between what had happened, I had lost all hope. of getting this out to the world, because it took a lot of time to get the agent, then the publisher. So I had lost all that hope. So there was a lot of relief and a lot of gratitude for my agent and for my publisher. Both are dynamic ladies. So right, so uh, so it, you can say I was overjoyed, I was relieved, and I there was a lot of gratitude for those two persons. That was the feeling.
Now, before I get on to the last segment of Chitter Chatter, do you have your copy around so that we can have our selfie moment before
If
we
you
get
give
on
me
to the
1 minute,
rapid
I can get
fire?
it.
You
Just
have
hold
the
on.
1 minute. So, people, are you enjoying our Chitter Chatter? Before, since you have this 1 minute break, let me tell you this Chitter Chatter is going to be on YouTube, on Spotify too. And in case you missed anything, it's going to be live on IGTV too. So all you have to do is tag your friends, go buy your copies, tell us what you loved about the Chitter Chatter and also what you loved about the book. Do read the book. Do let us know what you love, spread the reviews. And also now it's time for our selfie moment. So here we go. Hooray. One more. Okay. So we've had a selfie moment and now the last segment of Chitter Chatter. So are you ready? I'm going to ask you some very quick questions and you need to give me some quick one word, one line answers.
Acha. Okay, let me try.
Chalo, बहुत simple hai. It's just fun. It's called Blab Bitch Fire. So let's just start blabbering and have a quick rapid fire on it. So the book you're reading right now.
None.
The book you last read.
Road to Abana.
The book you plan to read next.
The last one, last Queen of Kashmir, Kota Rani. I saw it on there. I'm going to read that.
Even I'm going to read that super soon. Then the food that you love to eat while you're reading.
While reading or otherwise also?
No, while reading.
While reading, I like only tea. I don't like to eat while reading.
Is there a difference for you when it comes to reading and writing? The food and the habits, how different
Reading
are they?
and writing. While reading or writing, while reading particularly, I like to have only tea. I don't have food. But while writing, because I'm writing 24 hours a day, I'm on the laptop. So yes, I can have some fast food type of a thing.
If you had to give one name to you as a writer, what would it be?
I have given that already. Accidental writer.
No, that's a quality that you became an accidental writer. But if you had to give a pen name to yourself, what would it be?
Pen name? Full. It has to be one word, or I can use 2-3 words.
I'll give you one sentence. Say as many words you want.
Let me think. Is there any time limit?
We are waiting. Hope we don't wait too long. You're losing after having
So
nice
Prashant's
rapid
perspectives.
Fire. Nice. If there is one thing that you had to tell yourself today as a writer, what would it be?
Don't change anything in your writing style, because I think the way I wrote this book, I would, even if at all I write another book, I would follow the same way.
The Jhelum Boys.
The Jhelum Boys is a must read for everyone.
So guys, I'm highlighting this
friend.
note. And lastly, Chitter
And everyone, and for everyone who believes in true friendship.
So guys, be it friendships, be it if you want to know what an interesting story about these two boys, even also if you want to transport yourself to Kashmir and know a lot about fighting and about a lot more things, like somebody has also said, Lata Golani has said that it is a reverting tale of friendship during political and religious turmoil. And his writing strikes the chord. So you know exactly what you're going to have when you read this book. So all you have to do is, after this chitter chatter, go get your copies, read, and let us know how you liked it. And lastly, how was it being on chitter
It
chatter
was
with
great. It
Shweta?
was really great. Thank you for having me on the show. And I'm again reiterating that wish to see more of you on movies.
Thank you so much. Wish to have many more chitter chatters with you on many more books, on many more of your writings. And thank you once again for being
Thank you.
on
Thanks
Insta
once
Live
again.
with me.
Thank you.